Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about pharmaceutical legislation part 3. So let's get started. First one, health survey and development committees. So various health survey and development committees that is available. First one, Bhore committee. What is Bhore committee? In Bhore committee, Government of India set up a health survey and development committee in October 1943 under the chairmanship of Sir Joseph Bhore. So Bhore committee that is made by chairmanship of Sir Joseph Bhore. So government committee that is the government of India. Government of India they set up health survey as well as development committee in October 1943. So this committee Bhore committee that is made up by government of India or set up by government of India and that is made in October 1943 and the chairman was Sir Joseph Bhore. So the committee that made survey of healthcare delivery organization in India and made a recommendation for future development. So this Bhore committee, what is the function of Bhore committee? They made the survey of healthcare delivery as well as organization in India and which made the recommendation for any future development. That is about Bhore committee. What about Bhatia committee? Second one that is Bhatia committee. In Bhatia committee, Government of India in 1953 appointed the Pharmaceutical Inquiry Committee under the chairmanship of Major General S.L. Bhatia, which made inquiry into the working of pharmaceutical industry. So what about Bhatia Committee? In Bhatia Committee, Government of India in 1953, they appointed the Pharmaceutical Inquiry Committee. So this Pharmaceutical Inquiry Committee that is appointed in 1953 and chairman was Major General S.L. Bhatia. And what is the function of Inquiry Committee? Which make the inquiry into the working of pharmaceutical industry. So, first committee that is a Bhore committee that is set up by Government of India and that is set up in October 1943 and chairman was Sir Joseph Bhore and the function of committee that is the which made the survey of healthcare delivery organization in India and they also made the recommendation for any future development. While second one Bhatia committee that is made by Government of India in 1953 and that is a one type of pharmaceutical inquiry committee and chairman was Major General S.L. Bhatia and which make inquiry into the working of any pharmaceutical industry. Second one or third one, Health Survey and Development Committee. First, Bhore Committee. Second one, Bhatia Committee. And third one, that is the Drug and Magic Remedies Act that was passed in 1954. So, what is the purpose behind Drug and Magic Remedies Act that was passed in 1954, which controlled the objectional advertisement to drugs as alleged cure for a venereal disease or any sexual disease. So, Drug and Magic Remedies Act that was passed in 1954 and intention that was which control the objectional advertisement. So, which type of any misleading advertisement it should be prohibited. Second one or fourth one, Health Survey and Development Committees. That is the Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act that was introduced in 1955 and which contain detailed provision for medicinal and toilet preparations containing alcohol. So any medicinal and toilet preparation act, so medicinal and toilet preparation that are also called as MNTP Act that was introduced in 1955 and that contained a detailed provision regarding medicinal and toilet preparation containing alcohol. So that is a one type of health survey and development committee. Next one that is so next one that is the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. That is a timely legislation which provides for exemplary punishment for the trafficking of such substances. So what about narcotic and psychotropic drug substance? Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act that was passed in 1985 according to rules regulation and which prevent the misuse of any narcotic and psychotropic drug substance by using this act. What about Mudaliar Committee? Mudaliar Committee In Mudaliar Committee, Government of India in June 1955, under the chairmanship of Dr. A. Lakshman Swamy Mudaliar, appointed a Health Survey and Planning Committee. So, what is the role of Mudaliar Committee? So, Government of India, they prepare or constitute one type of committee, and chairman, that is Dr. A. Lakshya Swamy Mudaliar, and Lakshya Swamy Mudaliar, they appointed a health survey and planning committee. So according to Lakshya Swamy Mudaliar name, they are also called as a Mudaliar committee, and a committee which recommended that Ayurvedic medicines, they should brought under purview of DNC Act 1940. So, Mudaliar committee, that is particularly recommended that any Ayurvedic medicines, they should brought under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. Next one, drug price order or a display of price order on 1962, that was passed. So drug price control order, that was passed in 1962, and this order, that was revised, and a drug control order 1966, that was passed. So first, drug or display of price order in 1962, that was passed, and after 1962 it was revised, and modification that is done, and that are known as drug display and control order, otherwise drug control order, and that is passed in 1966. So the order that is rationalized the price of drug, and which build up a rational system of price control. So similarly, according to their name, they control drug price. So DPCO, that are known as Drug Price Control Order, and Drug Price Control Order, that is modified after 1966. In 1966, that was passed. And after 1966, that was modified in 1970. After one, that is modified in 1979, then that is modified in 1987, and last one, that is modified in 1994 to 1955. So that is about drug price control order, and that have a role in health survey and development committees. Next one, what is Hathi Committee? Hathi Committee. In Hathi Committee, Government of India, under the chairmanship of Jaisukhlal Hathi, appointed a committee. So, Government of India that appoint one committee, and chairman, that is Jaisukhlal Hathi. So, according to chairman's name, committee's name, that is Hathi Committee. And so the report of this committee covered all the aspects which are ranging from licensing, price control, import, as well as the role of foreign sectors, quality control, etc. So, a report of Hathi Committee, they cover all the aspects which are ranging from any licensing, any price control, any import, as well as the role of any foreign sectors and quality control. Next one, new drug policy. What about new drug policy? In new drug policy, in September 1994, with the liberation of economy and to attract a foreign capital and technology, a new drug policy that was announced and which was modified in 1986 drug policy. So, in September 1994, liberation of economy and due to attract a foreign capital, technology, that is a new drug policy that was announced, and that is modified from drug policy 1986. So that is coming from drug policy 1986. That is a new drug policy, and that is developed in our past in September 1994. What are the features of new drug policy? So new drug policy have various features, like first one, it abolished the licensing requirements except first one, that is a bulk drug of vitamin B1, vitamin B6, folic acids, tetracycline and oxytetracycline. So, in feature of new drug policy, first one, that is they abolished the license requirements. A license that is mandatory for all the drug substance. Exceptional case like any bulk dosage form like vitamin B1, vitamin B6, any folic acid or tetracycline medicine or oxytetracycline medicine. tetracycline medicine. So any vitamin capsule, they doesn't require any type of licensing. They doesn't require any type of license for dispensing of drug substance. Second one, bulk drug, that is produced by the use of recombinant DNA technology. If you have to prepare any type of bulk drug by using a recombinant DNA technology. In that case, which abolished the licensing requirements, that is an exceptional case. And third one, that is a requiring bulk drugs requiring use of nucleic acid. So, if any bulk dosage form require the use of any nucleic acid, so all are the all the three conditions which abolish the licensing requirement in exceptional cases. So, next one, replace a two list of 142 price control drug by single list of 74 drugs. So, second feature of new drug policy thara, which replaced the two list of 142 price control drug by a single list of 74 drugs. So drug that is replaced 142 price control drug, two list which contain 142 price control drug, that is replaced with the single list of 74 drugs only. And third one, that is a setup of a national drug authority, that is also one type of new drug policy. Next one, a national pharmaceutical pricing authority which set up for fixing and revising a drug price, and exception from price control for 10 years for new drug produce with indigenous technology. So next one, that is a national pharmaceutical pricing authority, that are known as NPPA, and they set up for that is particularly set up for fixing and revising of any drug price. Second point or second new drug policy, that is a exception from price control for 10 years for a new drug which is produced with indigenous technology. Next one, that is provide incentive for pharmaceutical research and development. So new drug policy, they also provide one type of incentive, particularly in case of any pharmaceutical research and pharmaceutical development, and which provide for automatic approval of foreign technological agreement. So they provide automatic approval, particularly for any foreign technological agreement. And last one, foreign equity selling, that is raised from 40% to 51%. So all are the new drug policy statement. All the statements that are about new drug policy. Second one, pharmacy as a healthcare system. So in pharmacy as a healthcare system, pharmacy that is becoming a knowledge system and which renders a health services, and pharmacists that are a health professional. So pharmacy, what is the role of pharmacy as a healthcare system or maintain a health? So pharmacy that is being a knowledge system as well as which renders a health services, while pharmacists that are health professionals. So pharmacies that are useful in the health service as follows. So what are the health services that is provided by pharmacist? First one, prescription adherence as well as preservation of drug substances, drug monitoring, that is done with that is one type of or one part of health services, as well as research and development, selection of any essential drug substance, and clinical pharmacological research. So all are the health services, and that is so pharmacies that are useful in all the health services. So all the health services that is provided by pharmacist. Second one, what about the profession of pharmacy in India? In profession of pharmacy in India, our country presently it consists of teaching profession, industrial and manufacturing pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, licensing and control authority, clinical pharmacist, novel drug delivery system, regulatory department. Next one, that is a National Research Institute, that is a CDL and CDRI. So, in profession of pharmacy in India, so in India, pharmacy profession that consists of various profession, like first one, that is pharmacy profession that is divided into various subtypes. First one that is teaching profession. Second one that is industrial and manufacturing pharmacist. Third one hospital pharmacist. So pharmacist that is working as a teacher as well as also working as in industry as well as hospitals, and they are also responsible for licensing and control authority. Clinical pharmacist is available. Next one NDDS, that is novel drug delivery system. That is also one type of profession of pharmacy, as well as regulatory department CDL and CDRI. So the first institute of pharmacy that was started in Banaras Hindu University in 1932 by the Professor M.L. Shroff, and at present many institutions in India which provide a different course. So first profession of pharmacy, so first institute of pharmacy that was started in 1932 in Banaras, and that is a name of university, that is Banaras Hindu University, and that is started in 1932 by the professor that is M.L. Shroff. And now various or many institutions in India which provide various courses like D Pharm, that is Diploma in Pharmacy, B Pharm, that is Bachelor of Pharmacy, M Pharm, that is Master of Pharmacy, and PhD, that is Doctor of Philosophy. Next one, a National Institute for Pharmacy, Education and Research, that is a NIPER, right? So NIPER has been set up by a government of India in Mohali and Punjab to improve the quality of teaching and research. So NIPER, that is full form of NIPER, that is a National Institute for Pharmacy Education and Research, and that is particularly set up by government of India, that is set up in Mohali, Punjab, which improve the quality of teaching as well as which improve the research quality. So central government which approved the RS 1000 crore fund for four NIPER institutes. So central government that approved 1000 crore fund particularly for four NIPER institute. One that is available at Hyderabad, second that is available at Kolkata, third one that is a Hajipur, and fourth one that is available at Ahmedabad. And this above new NIPER that will start work from 2007 to 2008 academic year. Last one, a granting aid institute by government of Gujarat, that is a BV Patel Pharmaceutical Education and Research Development Center, that has been set up at Sarkhej Gandhinagar Highway, Ahmedabad. So last one, granting aid institute that is by government of Gujarat. So GrantiNet Institute that is constituted by government of Gujarat, and name of this institute that is BV Patel Pharmaceutical Education and Research Development Center, that is particularly set up at Sarkhej Gandhinagar Highway, Ahmedabad. So that is about all about pharmaceutical legislation. If any query or doubt related to topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.